Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Hello all, welcome to Ganesh IAS Academy. This is a special session related to previous year question discussion. Here we will discuss how to approach a prelims question, okay, and also how they are asking these kinds of question, why they are asking these kinds of question, how to prepare for a prelims, okay. So such a way we will discuss, okay. Just get into the topic. Which of the following is likely to be the most, okay, that is the keyword, most inflationary in its effect, okay. All the four is inflationary, have the inflationary effect, okay, but most inflationary, that is the question is asking, okay. All, consider that A, repayment of the public debt, obviously that will have certain inflationary effect, okay. Borrowing from the public to finance a budget deficit, that is also have the inflationary effect, okay. But the question is which is the most inflationary effect, okay, that is what the question is asked, okay. Consider that it is India, okay, this is government of India, okay, this is public, this is RBI, this is commercial banks, okay. Repayment of the public debt, already government of India issue the T-bills and G-sec and they will grab certain money from the public, okay. They borrowed certain money from the public, okay. So they just repaying that debt, okay. They are just repaying the what the borrowed amount to the public, means obviously the money with the public is increasing, okay. So they are getting rebacked by the they are getting the money back, okay. So obviously they will use it for their own needs, okay. They consume the product, so they will create a demand in the market. By that there is a demand for a market, demand in the market means that will also leads to the inflation in the market, okay. So that will create a inflation in the market, yes, true. But whether this is most inflationary or not, okay, that is the question, okay. Next, borrowing from the public to finance a budget deficit. Government of India issuing the T-bill and G-sec to borrow money from the public, okay, and they are going to finance the budget deficit, means nothing but they are going to finance the subsidiary, okay. They are going to provide certain money to subsidies, okay, and also they will going to provide certain money for the increased hikes of the government servants, okay, and they are going to issue certain money for the welfare projects like the construction of bridges, dams, okay, for all other things, okay. So again this money is going to the public only, okay. So that will also create the inflation in the market, okay. So that will also create the inflation in the market, but whether that is most inflationary, that is a question mark, okay. Next, borrowing from the bank to finance the budget deficit. Borrowing from the bank and going to finance the budget deficit means again they are getting a money from the bank and they are going to use it for the public, okay. So that is also creating inflation in the market, okay. But the question is whether it is most inflationary, okay. Next, creation of the new money to finance the budget deficit, okay. Consider, for consideration, just consider that the GDP of India is 100 rupees, okay. In all the three things, okay, the 100 rupees is transfer from either government of India to public or from the commercial banks to the government of India and from the government of India to the public, okay. So such a way this 100 rupees is going through the transaction within this economy, okay. So this 100 rupees is only transferring in that economy, okay. So that is creating certain inflation in the market. But the fourth statement, creating new money to finance a budget deficit, which means already there are 100 rupees only, okay. Now the government of India is printing another 100 rupees and they are providing into the market, okay. So the 200 rupees in the market, okay. So due to the money multiplier effect, the money multiplier effect for the 100 rupees is around 1000, means the money multiplier effect for the 200 rupees is 10 times higher, which is 10,000. Okay, so that is the most inflationary thing. Okay, so for the repayment of public debt or borrowing from the public to finance a budget deficit, borrowing from the bank to finance a budget deficit, all the thing is run within this 100 rupees. Okay, but creation of new money is actually adding certain money into the market, creating a new money into the market. Okay, so that is the most inflationary thing in the economy. Okay, so answer is actually D. Okay, so the most inflationary effect is created by the creation of the new money in the market. Okay, so answer is D. Okay, what are the ways the government of India will do financing to the budget deficit? Okay, what are the ways they will use? Okay, first thing is internal borrowing from the commercial bank. Obviously they will do. Okay, next, borrowing from the external source like IMF and the World Bank, even from the other countries. Okay, so they will do that thing also. Next, by printing the new currency. Okay, that is the most inflationary thing. Okay, and note that printing the new money, new currency to manage the budget deficit is called as monetized deficit. Okay, they may ask what is monetized deficit. Okay, they may ask. Okay, so be ready for that. Printing a new currency to manage, okay, or else to finance the budget deficit, means that is called as monetized deficit. Okay, next, and borrowing from fund from the central bank against its security. Okay, that is also they will do. Okay, another way is issuing G-Sec and T-bill. Okay, so they can also borrow from the public to finance the budget deficit. Okay, so that is called as by using the G-Sec and T-bill they can manage it. Okay, but while they are borrowing from the public, the major issue or the major drawback that comes into play is crowding out effect. This is also one of the major possible questions they may ask. Okay, so if the government of India is going to borrow money from the public by issuing the T-bill and G-Sec, means that will lead to the crowding out effect. So what is crowding out effect? That thing is, consider that in the debt market. Debt market is nothing but issuing a bond and you can borrow money. Okay, in a debt market, yeah, the player will be private player. Okay, so if I am going to start any company, means I will go in the debt market and I will say that I am going to start this company and these are my portfolio and these are the things, there will be the demand for my product. Okay, so the company will grow such a way, so you provide certain investment for me. Okay, or else you just fund me. Okay, or just you lend certain money to me. Okay, such a way the private player will do. Okay, they will ask in the public. Okay, through issuing any bonds. Okay, through issuing the equity bonds or else the bonds. Okay, debt bond, they will ask the money. Okay, that is the thing that will happen in the debt market. Okay, usually there will be the private players in that market. Okay, when if the government of India getting into the debt market means all the investors, all the public will provide their money only to government of India. Okay, they won't give any money to the privates. Okay, they won't give any investments towards the private. Okay, all the money will be just turned and flow towards the government of India only. Okay, if the government of India is going to issue a T-bill and G-Sec and try to borrow money from the public means there will be the reduction in the investment towards the private player. Okay, that is called as crowding out effect. Okay, the major reason for that scenario is the risk issue. Okay, if I am going to invest in a private player, or else if I am going to lend the money to a private player means there is a possibility for the bankruptcy or insolvency of the private player. Okay, based on the market scenario, the private player may lose the company. Okay, so that will lead to the loss of my own money. Okay, my investment money. Okay, while comparing to the private player, if there is a government entity means they won't make any loss. Even though they make a loss, they will just pay back the money. Okay, even though they are making a loss, the government won't make any bankruptcy towards the investors. Okay, they won't make any insolvency towards the investor. They will just pay back the money through the through the parliamentary allocations. Okay, through the budget allocation they will pay back the money to the investors. Okay, so such a way all the money will just turn and flow towards the government of India only through the G-Sec and T-bill. So there is a reduction in the investment towards the private player. Okay, that is called as crowding out effect. Okay, consider that this is the debt market. Okay, already there are the private players in which they are trying to get the investment. If the government of India getting into such scenario means getting into this debt market means they will just occupy the whole region and they will push the private player from this push away the private player in this debt market. Okay, so that is called as crowding out effect. Okay, the crowd is pushing out the private player. The crowd created by the government of India pushing out the private player from this debt market. Okay, they won't get any investment for their company. Okay, that is all about crowding out effect. Okay, please note that what is monetized deficit, and also please note it what is crowding out effect. Okay, they may ask question from that also. Okay, for that only I am saying. Okay, thank you.